In this video, we will be discussing Silver Line project of Kerala state in India. So Silver Line project is a mega development rail project which is also known as K-Rail, and it is considered as the biggest infrastructure project in the history of Kerala. So the plan is to interconnect Kasaragod region in the northern area of Kerala in India with the southern part of Kerala, that is Thiruvananthapuram. Now this connection would be made with the help of high-speed train, and that is what is known as Silver Line project. So it is important to understand history of Silver Line project before understanding its controversy. Kerala has mostly been under the coalition rule. Left Democratic Front is an alliance of left-wing political parties in Kerala. It is also the currently ruling political alliance of the state. At present, it is led by CPIM, that is Communist Party of India Marxist, along with many other parties, for example, Janata Dal, Nationalist Congress Party, Loktantrik Janata Dal, etc. On the other hand, another important political alliance is United Democratic Front in Kerala. This United Democratic Front is an alliance of centre to centre-left political parties. UDF was created by Indian National Congress. So the Congress-led United Democratic Front has always alternated in governing Kerala along with Left Democratic Front. And this UDF, United Democratic Front, include National Congress, Indian Union Muslim League, Kerala Congress, etc. So in the past, all the elected chief ministers and political alliances have actually supported this Silver Line rail project. So talks which have been related to Silver Line actually started when V.S. Achyutanandan was an elected CM belonging to Left Democratic Front. So from 2006 to 11, during the tenureship of V.S. Achyutanandan, Silver Line project was given momentum. Second, after V.S. Achyutanandan, Oman Chandi came into power. He belonged to United Democratic Front, and even during the rule of Oman Chandi, lot of expansion work in Silver Line project have been initiated. Present Chief Minister is Pinarayi Vijayan, who was elected as Chief Minister from Left Democratic Front. Vijayan's vision is to create this Silver Line project as soon as possible. So if we see, both LDF, that means Left Democratic Front, and UDF, United Democratic Front, have favored Silver Line project because such project would definitely benefit the state economically. To see it in more detail, it was during the rule of V.S. Achyutanandan, a Left Democratic Front Alliance CM, during which Silver Line was approved. So initially, this rail was proposed to interconnect two places, Thiruvananthapuram and Kasaragod. So Kasaragod is in the northern part of Kerala and Thiruvananthapuram is in southern area of Kerala. These two places were planned to be interconnected with the help of train, that is Silver Line. So under the rule of Oman Chandi, a United Democratic Front elected CM, Kerala High Speed Rail Corporation was formed to implement the project. Moreover, many new stations were added to the already existing line, that is Kochi, and many other stations were added. Pinarayi Vijayan is the ruling Kerala Chief Minister from 2016. He is the member of Left Democratic Front. He is actually very keen to complete this project. So in 2016, when LDF came to power, the project was upgraded to connect Kochuvali with Kannur. So a new station Kannur was added to the already existing Silver Line proposal. At present, Silver Line project corridor will pass through 11 districts and there will be 12 stations. So the deadline of project completion is 2025 and length of the corridor is approximately 530 km. Now let us understand the controversy related to Silver Line project. So the issue whether to construct this rail is a matter of debate between its proponents and opponents. So proponents of Silver Line project are in favor of this high-speed train because it will reduce travel time. At present, 12 hours are required to travel from northern area of Kerala to southern part of Kerala. But with this train, one could travel north to south of Kerala just within 4 hours. Second benefit of this project is that it will lower the carbon emission and will improve air quality. So Silver Line project promised to use 100% renewable energy As this mode of commuting will decrease dependency on vehicular transport, so it is likely that CO2 will go down and further air quality will improve. It has been put forward by the government that all the buildings of the project will be based on the standards that are laid by Indian Green Building Council. This Silver Line project will result in lower noise also as compared to the road transport. Another benefit is that it will lead to better connectivity with airport. Since entire north to south of Kerala would be connected by Silver Line project, therefore this project will result in better connectivity with major airports of the state. Silver Line project will create employment opportunity, business opportunity, and thereby we can say that it will increase the GDP or economic growth for Kerala. Proponents of Silver Line projects are also putting the point that Silver Line project will reduce road accident. So at present Kerala is using road as the main mode of transport, but with Silver Line vehicular dependency will reduce, and therefore the project is likely to decrease road accident and will lead to decongestion on the roads. Infrastructure of Silver Line will be women friendly as well as disabled friendly. CCTV will be installed for the safety of women. Also, there will be wheelchair docking facility, ramps on the station, braille letter and lift for disabled citizens. So, Silver Line project has lot of positive points which are highlighted by its proponent. But in this year, this rail project has received lot of criticism. Many people are protesting on the street against this project. So the obvious question is why people are protesting against this rail project if this rail project is so beneficial. So the opponents of Silver Line project are raising three main concerns. First, financial concern, second, social concern, and third, environmental concern. Let's see the first one, financial concern. This rail project requires high cost of construction, which is around rupees 63,940 crore. In fact, according to Niti Aayog, cost could increase to rupees 1,26,000 crore by the time project would be completed. Already the state of Kerala is taking up huge loans from international agencies like Japan International Corporation Agency and Asian Development Bank to complete this rail project. So it is likely that this financial burden on Kerala would be disastrous as the state has to deal with huge amount of debt. Second is the social concern. Another concern of the project is related to displacement. Silver Line project will result in displacement of 30,000 families. Already many projects in Kerala have resulted in displacement. In this case of Silver Line, displacement of people is likely, but then government is commenting that the displaced family would be provided with enough compensation as per Land Acquisition, Resettlement and Rehabilitation Act of 2013. But still, people do have apprehension that they may not get enough amount of money. Moreover, as many families were evicted from other projects like from Mulapili area for the development work, and the families in those locations are still waiting for compensation. So people have very high doubt that the amount of compensation would not be able to reach to them. Also, those who are losing a portion of land might get compensation at very less rate. So this has created an atmosphere of apprehension among the local groups. Third is environmental concern, which is the main concern of Silver Line project. Silver Line project of Kerala lies on Western Ghat region. Western Ghat is rich in biodiversity because of numerous floral and faunal species. So with construction of this rail project, Western Ghat will be adversely affected. This rich mountain range would be deforested. With loss of forest and mountain, there are high chances that soil fertility will decline, agricultural output will also go down, there will be change in local topography and also local land use pattern. Not only this, Western Ghats support large number of tropical evergreen forest tree as well as faunal species. We will lose all of them in the name of development. Loss of trees can make soil loose and may alter water cycle. Kerala had already witnessed the brunt of extreme weather event in the past. For example, in 2018, state of Kerala had received extremely high amount of rainfall, and with less tree cover, situation turned into massive flood. This resulted in huge economic loss for the state. Now again, the mega development project, that is Silver Line project, is being designed by neglecting the impact of it on the environment. Silver Line would cut through wetlands, paddy fields, hills, and thereby this will block the natural drainage. Numerous bridges are planned to be part of the project, which would require huge amount of minerals like granite, sand, soil, etc. So Western Ghat will be used for extraction of granite and many other minerals. All these minerals, which will be derived from Western Ghat, will put more pressure on this fragile mountain range. Project may prove to be hydrological disaster as water flow from Western Ghat to Arabian Sea would be obstructed. Even if we just take one particular place, that is Kannur, in the northern part of Kerala through which this rail project will pass, we can easily observe the consequences. In Kannur, Madhyapura Biodiversity Heritage Site is located, which is home to numerous plant, butterfly, birds, reptile, amphibians, etc. It harbors approximately 58.75% of the flora of the Kannur district. It is also the place through which rivers like Kupam, Peruvamba and backwater flows. So does it make sense to lose this ecological site just for developmental process? 132 kilometers away from the same place, Madhyapur Biodiversity Site, is the bird sanctuary, that is Kadaludi Bird Sanctuary. Pani Tirasur Kole wetland is also located near to the Kannur region. Close to this place is Tirunavya village, which has numerous pond, lake, wetlands. So environmental concern of the opponents are quite genuine. In this direction, environment impact assessment has been conducted to check what would be the likely impact of this Silver Line project on environment. So in 2020, Thiruvananthapuram based research institute, that is Center for Environment and Development, completed its environment impact assessment. But then it was later realized that the agency, Center for Environment and Development, is not the authorized agency to conduct environmental impact assessment. So we are taking environmental ground very lightly in case of Silver Line project. So there are few recommendations from the people of Kerala. First, Kerala travel woes can be addressed by completing pending railway infrastructure projects. Second, Kerala is already well connected with flights. So cheap flights are better option as compared to the expensive high-speed rail, which will add to the financial burden of the state. Third point which has been put forward by the local people of Kerala is that environmental impact should be assessed properly. There is need to implement best possible project from available alternative that could balance cost and benefit. Also, we have to see how social, economic and environmental impact could be lowered down with better options for Kerala. Lastly, Kerala requires sustainable development project based on the lessons that the state has learned from consecutive flood and other natural disaster.